Next up, Ugly Drinks. Hugh Thomas and Joe Ben, come on up. How are you? Whoops. Now are you? All right. You can use these handhelds. Perfect. Get that one, and there's your timer.
Awesome. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. I'm Hugh. He's Joe. We're the co-founders of Ugly Drinks. We've had a bit of an ugly makeover, and so this is a bit of a world exclusive. You're the first people to have a glimpse, so Joe, take it away.
So Ugly is a 100% natural, fruit-flavored sparkling water. Each can contains no sugar, no sweetener, no calories, and nothing artificial. It's all about delivering the ultimate in cold can refreshment with clean and natural fruit flavors. And we want to subvert the world of overly sugary and sweetened soft drinks. Ugly launched in its current form 12 months ago in London. Since then, we've won over 1,000 listings in stores, including the likes of Whole Foods, as well as big offices like Facebook, Twitter, Airbnb, and BuzzFeed. We've also grown a really strong fan base. We have over 20,000 followers on social media. We regularly feature in newspapers and magazines like the Daily Mail and Vogue. Taking all our learnings and successes on board from the first 12 months, we've now taken the exciting decision to evolve our brand proposition and extend our range of flavors to 4. We want to really take on the big dogs. We've got big ambitions and some exciting listings coming up. But enough of that. Why are we here in the US? Well, we think it's time to shake things up a little bit, and it's time to get ugly.
Soda, as we know it, is dead. Millennial consumers aren't drinking it, instead enjoying beverages like cold-pressed juice, coconut water, and kombucha. But we know everyone still loves and craves that ice-cold can moment. The big beverage brands have been saying the same things for 100 years, and that message is no longer relevant. But as we know, when they try and appear relevant, as we've seen recently, they fail. Our millennial consumer today is an authentic, positive rebel. They crave authenticity, and they crave the truth. But the truth is proving hard to find. In his novel 1984, George Orwell wrote, "In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act." And that's exactly what we're here to do. We're ugly, and we tell the ugly truth. We've prepared a short video to tell BevNet a little bit more about the ugly truth.
The world is sometimes an ugly place. Fake news, alternative facts.
Alternative facts are not facts, they're falsehoods.
Corporations dodging tax, airbrushing and fashion fads, aspartame and tacky ads. But you know what really grinds our gears? Sugar. Sugar is everywhere, but you knew that already. No, you're here for the truth, the ugly truth. Because it's about time someone put the big dogs on a leash. No unobtainable lifestyles, no ridiculous promises. And it won't make you last longer. I mean, we're not a dream, we're a drink. Just sparkling water with real fruit flavor. No sugar, no teeth whitening, no sweetener, nothing artificial, no convertibles, no false promises. And absolutely no bull. After all, look at us. Our word is all we got. We're calling the world out on all its ugly truths. And that's the way we like it. Because ugly can be beautiful. So can the other cans. Because we're crushing it. It's time to get real. It's time to get ugly.
Thanks, guys. We think the time is right for ugly. Bottled water and natural beverages are in huge growth. Overly sugary carbonated beverages are in decline. We think consumers resonate with authentic brands with a clear purpose. Seltzer's on fire, and even old school brands are becoming cool. We think this is the right beverage, the right brand, and the right time for both consumers and also for retailers.
We're really excited about communicating the ugly truth in a fun and relevant way. Whether that's on shelf and in the chillers, ugly drinkers wanted, supermodels need not apply, or our awesome displays and multi-packs that tessellate. We're focused on building retail theatre, whether that's in-store or behind the bar. We'll communicate the ugly truth in a fun and vibrant way on social media. Ugly is a lifestyle brand. And our demos as well will focus on building the brand, bringing the brand to life at point of trial. But Ugly is a lifestyle brand, and consumers holding the can or wearing the logo will be making a statement. We're excited about communicating the ugly truth at all our touch points, whether it's our experiential photo booths, our consumer campaigns, or the vehicles we drive.
So why are we here? We want to add value and disrupt a category already in exciting growth. We plan to launch in the Northeast in early 2018. I'll be moving here, and we'll have a whole team in place by the end of this year. We've just announced an exciting partnership with Green Park Brands, the guys behind the Hippies brand, and we're working with a local manufacturing partner, as well as releasing US-specific flavors, lemon, lime, triple berry, cherry, and orange. Guys, we're so excited to be here. Thanks so much for listening.
Well done. As we talked about yesterday, sparkling water, a really fast-growing category. Tim, does Ugly have enough to differentiate and stand out in that category?
Well, I think I like your presentation. I think the marketing behind the brand is what's going to do it, because otherwise it's another sparkling water. And so you guys are really going to have to kill it on the Ugly marketing and hit the streets hard.
We'll try.
Yeah. Kalam, the guys talked a lot about truth and being real. How do you think that's played out in the packaging and in their presentation?
Yeah, I think they've done a great job. I mean, I think it's going to really break through the clutter. I mean, they presented very well the concept that there's a need for this and a craving among consumers. I think there's opportunities to be maybe a little bit more clear about what's inside the can, just because it's a really different concept. So without context of all of this great marketing, if you're just a consumer and you're seeing something on the shelf introduced for the first time, I'm not 100% sure I know what's in there, but I like it. I like where you're headed. Just think about how to build that story and share it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Trevor, you looked like you were studying hard throughout the entire presentation.
Yeah,
Tell me what you're thinking.
Just trying to wrap my head around it all. I think there's some things that I really like, and then some questions I have. I mean, I certainly like the fact that you've been bold on your, branding, and there's an element that I think is important for almost any brand, especially emerging brand, to have, which is there's an element of subversiveness to it. It's almost sort of a thing that I kept thinking about was like, this is sort of like, modern day millennial toned down punk. I mean, there is that sort of subversiveness, and I think that that's really important for any brand that's going to go and make inroads against established players. So that's key. I mean, the question I have is, that's a big bet, right? That's a big gamble on very distinctive branding like you have. Has it worked in the UK where you are? Have you had signs of it working? Have you had, I think what you'll need to see, and maybe you've already had this, is engagement, social engagement, and people who are really coming on board with this sort of as a movement. The product is terrific, but what you're really building here is, a brand around a product that is, I guess, somewhat unique, but at the end of the day, there are other brands that have a very similar liquid. So it's going to come down almost exclusively to whether you can have a message and a brand that people believe in.
Yeah. Carrie, your thoughts on Ugly Drinks and its ability to stand out in this sparkling water category?
Yeah, I mean, I think immediately, obviously the branding is so different that I could see many customers reaching for it the first time. And I love the sort of clean ingredients mentality of the brand. I guess I'm curious to hear what repeat rates have been like, because kind of to his point, it did seem like a soda water that I've tried before, and even the flavors are a little bit similar to what I've tried before, so I'm curious if you're creating, like you've kind of mentioned in the presentation, a strong enough brand where people are coming back and trying it again and again.
Yeah, I think we've seen great traction in the UK, and I think the brand obviously has a part to play there. People do pick it up the first time. What we're seeing and what's so exciting is it's something that you can drink 1 or 3 or 5 cans of a day, and we are seeing really great repeat purchase, and we're seeing great online sales as well. So
awesome.
Great. John, you've seen the old packaging for Ugly Drinks. Now you've seen the new packaging. What do you think of the revamp?
I mean, it definitely feels like a totally different product. I think there's probably some pros and cons to it. I mean, this seems like the whole sort of story and campaign behind it is a lot more, or a lot more fleshed out, which is great. I guess the only thing I would say about this packaging is that, it isn't totally clear that it's a 0-calorie product looking at it. For whatever reason, it says it's going to be something sweet when I look at it from afar. Otherwise, I think, I wonder if, making it organic would be helpful as well, since that's another sort of potential differentiator in the space right now. But, great job on the presentation, campaign, all of that. I mean, sounds great.
Indeed.
Thanks, guys.
Great feedback.
So
Thanks so much, guys.